Yes, but it looks more cooler than the 5.56.
And it's Russian.
Yeah.
Yep.
You never shot an AK, really?
No, not yet.
Vert the Ferk.
I've only been a gunner since 2018, man. Like late 2018, right before the midterms.
Dude, my first AK was full auto, and I was like 10.
Well, Corey's got a big dick.
Well, yes, I do. My lifetime ain't long by happenstance.
My first rifle that I ever bought was an AK, and that was back in 2011, I think. It was before Sandy Hook. And then Sandy Hook happened, and I'm like, should I sell this thing? Because it's worth like fucking a bunch of money.
Right.
Like my Zastava NPAP that I bought for like it was like $490, $495, something like that. And then that shit happened, and it was like $2,000. Like, fuck, dude.
Same thing with ARs back then.
I say my first legal gun I owned was 2014.
First gun I bought was 2008, I want to say. We had just had our second kid. Or no. It was before the second. So this was 2007 then. Yeah, it was 2007. While she was pregnant with our second kid, I got robbed when no one was home. Like someone came in, like broke in my front door with a fucking crowbar and stole a bunch of shit.
Sorry about that.
And then,
That was
yeah,
me. My bad.
fucking Leo. And then, yeah, so the first thing I did was go buy I went to Walmart and bought a Maverick 88.
Hell yeah. Damn good first gun.
Anyway, yeah, my back is fuckered right now, so this is going to be a super short chat because sitting here hurts. I was going to do a chat, and I'm doing a chat. So sitting here now, I'm like, why am I doing this? This is stupid.
Did you take anything?
My back.
No, it's just fucking. I've got a back issue that pops up every now and again, and it's popping up right now.
Yeah, last night on Ohio's chat, I was getting damn near sick myself. I had to pop some cold medicine like after the chat. That was horrible.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I did,
Cold
dude.
medicine now. Okay.
It's all
Some of the
fuckered
good old
right now,
nighttime
though, and
stuff.
it hurts just sitting here. So
Get your boys to rub your back for you or rub some medicine on or something.
Yeah.
Something like Icy Hot or Bengay or
Biofreeze.
that's the
Biofreeze.
gayest shit I ever heard. Why don't you get your teenage son to rub medication on your naked back, Corey?
If it's here,
Doesn't that sound like a great idea when it's put like that?
Yeah, gotta take it to the level it didn't need to be at.
That was the level you took it to. I just fucking spelled it out.
You took care of your mom when you know.
No, fuck, shut up. Stop that sentence right the fuck there.
Dirty minded.
Jesus Christ, dude. What the fuck? Goddamn fucking.
Kids are meant to care for their
no.
parents when they get older.
The answer's no, Corey.
Then after you apply the Bengay, then you want to get some oil, you know. Then you want to get the legs. They want to flip over, get the chest.
Yep.
Shit.
Can you get the front now?
Yep.
Happy ending massage.
Yep.
X Adam says, "What's his name?" And Eduardo says, "Tell Matt to fix it again."
And he said it's a deathbed chat.
All right, watch this.
Oh, damn.
It's not what you're expecting.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, remember in the movie RoboCop when corporate America aids criminals and helps incite riots so that they can lower property values and then buy up the city while privatizing the city's police force? Ha ha. Science fiction is crazy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Lucky it's just science fiction. Lucky it's just science fiction.
Andrew C., if I have to do that, the chat's over. In fact, the chat might be over pretty soon here. I'm not going to lay down in my bed and do a chat. There's no fucking way.
Just pull your bed close to the microphone.
They're bombing babies.
Pro-choice.
I got into it with some MDA leftist this afternoon because she's one of these fucking assholes that's all pro issue 1 here. And while wearing her Mom's Main Action shirt is like, oh, I'm going to go take my daughter to vote yes on issue 1. Which is literally the copy and paste of Michigan last year that would allow kids to be killed at the moment of birth, and it would also allow child sterilization with hormone drugs, among other things. So,
Yep, this country's over, guys. Just so you know. I don't know if you guys know that yet. If that's sunk in for you, that the country that we grew up in is dead, and we are like bacteria feeding on the corpse of the dead fucking animal that we once lived in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, good luck with that. How long do you guys think you could last with the power goes out and fucking without rule of law starts?
As long as I got ammunition.
Growing up poor, the power going out. You know.
Yeah, but okay, you can't go to the store anymore, right? People are going to be violent in the streets, so you can't go out on the streets. So you got to get out of the city or like hunker down. So what's your plan for getting out of the city, and or how long can you hunker down for, right? Like that's the real question. And if your plan is to get out of the city, how long do you think you can last on the skills and the materials that you can bring with you? My fucking thought is that most people would be dead within a month.
Yep.
yeah.
And if you think that you're special, you're not.
I mean, people who take insulin dead off the bat, like that first week.
Anyone that
can't
really has to
refrigerate.
rely on any kind of medication to keep them regulated, like blood pressure medication, etc.
Or going through chemo.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's
Well,
a
not only
great
that, but like, what if you're on, like pain medication for something,
Yeah.
or whatever? Like, sure, you're not going to die when your pain medication runs out, but are you going to be able to function?
Some will, especially if they're taking like oxycodone or oxycontin. That stuff, if you just suddenly stop, it can kill you because there's something inside the medication itself that it abruptly
That's
stops.
pretty extreme cases, though. Like, that's people who were like, if that's the case for you, you've got other shit that's going to kill you too. You know what I mean?
True.
Mhm.
See,
There's actually there's a book that covers a lot of this called 1 Second After. It was several series after that too. It's like 3 or 4 books in the series. But the first book actually covers like the whole fall of the grid, and then it's about a dude and his family and how his daughter actually has insulin or has type 1 diabetes and has to do insulin injection, and then she eventually dies. Like I think it's several months in because of that.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's why I like the zombie movies, man, because it's like that's basically what a zombie movie is about. It's not about the zombies. It's about what happens when people when society breaks down and everyone starts like running around trying to like steal what they can or whatever from people, you know? In that case, like you held up with a group of people in your house with a horde of whoever outside. Like it's not zombies that you're shooting, bro. Just so you know, there's going to be no zombies that you have to shoot. Not saying you're not going to have to shoot, but it won't be zombies.
Right.
And the thing is, I know a lot of the game members, so we're gonna have to click up, and it's just gonna be a bunch of gang members together. That'd be like option B for me. Like if I can't leave the city, then I would have to click up with the rest of the gang members.
And just form a mega gang.
Yeah, we just gonna have to control our little section of the territory that we got.
Become a Negan.
I think the only way to get out of a city like that would be to either do it on foot or maybe like a motorcycle or a bicycle.
Bike, yeah.
Because you're not going to be able to like the roads are going to be clogged. There's going to be fucking too much shit to get through with an SUV or a sedan or whatever, you know. So yeah, it's going to be motorcycle or bicycle or foot or nothing.
And then you have to siphon gas if there's any left in the cars to get out.
Yep.
Dead Horse says, hope your back feels better. Hot ass shower equals cure. That was kind of my plan for as soon as this chat's over. I'm going to go take a hot ass shower and try to stretch out my back and make it pop.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get it to pop, it'll be fine. Like it's what I have, I'm not sure what it is. I've never been diagnosed. It feels like a slip disc and a pinched nerve, though, when it actually activates.
Yep.
And right now it's like teetering on the edge of slipping and like it's like right fucking if I make the wrong fucking move right now, it's over, bro. It's game over.
Since I have that, does the pain go down to your leg?
When it happens, it feels like it's on from the tip of my hair on the back of my head down to my heels.
Where's it at? Like where it's hurting? Is it lower back, middle back, upper back?
What does that matter?
Well, because there's something like if it's your middle or upper back, you can stand in like your door frame and push on the opposite side. And that for me, I can get my middle and upper back to pop. If it's your lower back, you can bend over and do different stretches or, sometimes depending on how bad my back is, lean over backwards on something like a chair or corner of a table and see if you can get it to pop.
None of that is an option.
Set in your car where you have like stability and grab each side of the seat or the door and just twist and pop your back. I've had
that's how my back will go out and I will be fucked for the next month.
Well, I have the papers.
None of those things are an option, just so you know.
Well, I have the papers for my physical therapy where they list out. I was gonna do it for my coworkers, but I'm gonna take some pictures of it, and after I send it to him, I'm probably send it to you. It shows you the exercises and the stretches you do.
Yeah.
For that, if you have a disc issue in your back.
Well, and I went to the gym today and kind of like stretched it out and did some ab exercises and stuff, and it was feeling a little bit better. But then I took a nap and I woke up and it was like, okay, this isn't going away that easy,
Well, I've had low back issues for a while, and I used to go to the chiropractor when my back would slip out or throw out, however you want to say it. And even going to the chiropractor, it wouldn't like lock it in until I twisted side to side in the driver's seat of my truck, and then locked it in place.
Just schedule an appointment with a pain clinic.
Yeah.
Right. I don't do what they do to me. I think they give me like a CT scan.
Yeah, I ain't got money for that, bro. Have you seen how the fucking economy's going right now?
Mm-hmm.
I've been making like half the money I normally make because a quarter of the people are coming in and they're tipping half as much as they like. It's been bad, bro. Like, you guys who don't deal with the public don't realize how fucking little money the average you realize how little money you have, right? And you realize your situation with your family and stuff, but it doesn't really extrapolate out very well. The only time that I've seen it as slow and as shitty at work as it is right now, and as it has been for the getting worse and worse and worse even, is right before the COVID shutdown, when everyone was so afraid to go out because they thought they were going to get super AIDS cancer in their lungs and fucking die.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And now no one's going out, not because they're afraid, but because the price of the price of eating out at a restaurant is astronomical now. So no one's doing it anymore. Not no one, but the number of people who were like, when's the last time you guys just were like, you know what? I feel like going to get some dinner somewhere at a sit-down restaurant and tipping a waiter.
No, dude, it's been a minute, like a long minute.
4 years.
Yeah.
It's been a quite
Since
long
probably
time.
2019, really. When I sit
Right.
down
There
and
you go.
actually tipped a waiter. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not talking like Chipotle or something because I don't want to cook dinner, you know? I'm talking like, oh, like I want to treat everybody tonight. Like let's go to a nice place and get some dinner and drinks and chill and talk and have fun.
Well, actually, like me and my wife, it's been quite a while, but actually, when I met up with my brother that I didn't honestly know ahead, I took him and his adopted mom out to lunch when we met up back in June. And even then, shit was still expensive. You know, not as bad as it is now, but still expensive.
Right. So like in order for you to go out and sit in a restaurant, you have to like meet up with your estranged brother who you didn't know you had. Like these are the circumstances, you know,
Right.
like dude, okay, so like back in the day, before anything was bad, before COVID, before any of that stuff, you'd have, let's say, out of 100 tables that you had, right? Maybe 5 to 10 of them at max. 5 of them would have a birthday or like a anniversary or whatever it is that they're there celebrating, right? Now, out of 100 tables, it's like 40 or 50.
Damn.
Which means out of the 95 tables that were going out, it is now 5. Like, do that math, right? Because you had, like, 5 people had their birthday. Those 5 people still have their birthday, right? So that 5 is still 5. Except for now, instead of being 5%, it's 40 or 50%. So that the 95%, has shrunk down to 50%, but it's way worse than that, right? Because that 5% has stayed steady, so that 5% has become 50%, which means that 95% has become 5 or 10% of previous sales, of previous numbers. It's insane how bad it's getting, dude. And we're going into like party season right now, which means guaranteed, like, you know, corporate parties that are paid for by, but like after that, like come January, bro, I mean, I don't see how things make it another year.
We're fucked.
I don't see how things make it without hiccuping, without having like major fucking issues that have to, like Colorado, Denver's already had more evictions in the last year. This year, not even in the last year, not even the last 12 months. This year, so in the past, I mean, it's November now, but this statistic is since September, it was true. More evictions in the state of Colorado than ever before. Record. More than ever. More than any other year, the entire year, by September is when that happened. And yet prices on rent keep going up. I don't understand that. But if you look at, okay, why are the prices on rent going up? Well, it's because the borrowing rate keeps going up. So the price of housing to own it keeps going up. So the price to rent keeps going up because like those things are connected. So irregardless of people's ability to pay the bill, the bills are going to go up. So what's going to happen when the bills keep going up and up and up and up and people aren't making more? Some people can pay for it. Sure. There's some people who have government jobs or doctors or like nurses or whatever it is that have like pretty much guaranteed income because you're going to need nurses in the future regardless of what happens.
Right. Yeah.
But not everybody's a fucking nurse, not everybody's a doctor. And even if you're like, I don't know, an educated something or other, there's no guarantee that you're going to have a job either. I mean, there's plenty of shit that's being taken over by AI these days, more and more and more. Like, I don't know, file some law papers and then do it with AI and fucking public sourced shit. It's like free. You can be a lawyer yourself these days with the AI. It's insane.
You're not wrong.
South Park showed us you got to become a handyman.
A handy.
Yeah. Because not too many people know how to fix things anymore. And they in high demand. But then again, a lot of people still don't want to take those jobs. So it's very few people that's out there making the money.
Yep. And the ones that are in that field that do want the jobs, they're over fucking worked, which isn't a bad thing, but you know, all they're doing is working. They don't get a chance to enjoy the earnings that they make or time with their families. And pretty much anyone right now is just working to live.
Yeah, it's the same thing with plumbers too, though. That's going to be one that's going to be we're like very close to a weird singularity moment in that position where you're not going to have enough of those people to even deal with major cities anymore.
Yeah, this thing with bus drivers and like the L train operators and subway operators, they're giving money away and people still don't want to take it, obviously, because it's dangerous as hell right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's technically a good job for the money right now, but they can't fill those spots.
Well, I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, we're none of us are getting younger, and so like the jobs that are going to be available are going to be like physical crazy shit that like robots can't do yet. Because like think about this, like as things move forward, and I foresee this happening with my job and with like a lot of people who work in the restaurant industry. It's going to be like a tablet at every table, right? So you don't sit down and have a server bring you anything. You sit down at the table and you start playing with the tablet, and there's going to be like some sort of AI style fucking intelligence that takes you through the ordering process, and you type in the things or you talk to it or whatever it is, and it puts your order in for you. And then a food runner or a drink runner will come by and be like, here's your drink that you ordered. Here's your food that you ordered. They haven't talked to you. They don't know you. They're not getting tipped. They're just an hourly employee. And eventually they'll be taken over too. But like that kind of job of like physically picking up something, manipulating it, bringing it to a table, like that's still going to be done by humans for the time being,
Yeah.
Give it 5-10 years, I don't fucking know. Like that shit will no longer be true. But I foresee this happening. I mean, especially like think about this. They're like, oh well, waiters or whoever, people in the food industry aren't making enough money. Everything costs so much, they're not making enough to live. That's not fair to them. Let's increase their pay. In fact, let's make it mandatory. Let's pass a law. Let's do a thing so that every single waiter or whatever makes $20 an hour because, people aren't going out as much and people aren't tipping as much. So they need a living wage. Let's pay them $20 an hour so that they can live. Well, now you've just incentivized every single restaurant, especially corporate restaurant in the world, or at least in America, to figure out a way to get rid of that $20 an hour job.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, preach.
I mean, that's the problem with minimum wage, dude. Is like you set a minimum wage at an arbitrary number based upon what the cost of living is or whatever for a individual, right? But that is irrespective of what a particular job or task is valued at to the business owner. The business owner, like, let's say you only generate $10 worth of value to him, but now your job is requiring that you pay $20. Well, that just means you're not going to hire anybody. And that job's going to either be like fall back on the business owner to do himself or just not get fucking done at all. And that's happening a lot too. Like things are just falling through the fucking cracks because they're trying to schedule less people to save labor because labor costs more, and they're not getting the revenue. And like how many companies are waiting for fucking Black Friday because they're all in the red and they need to get in the black. How many of them are not going to make it to the black this year?
A lot of them. I saw a video
Yeah,
where
quite a
there's
few.
just fucking hundreds and hundreds of different chains just closing up shop, from Walmart to Target to restaurants. Just everything's closing because, the economy's tanking. Like you just said, nobody's spending money because they ain't got money to spend extra because of bills. So that's how you know this fucking country is going downhill quickly, when everything keeps shutting its doors.
Well, it's actually a mix of both things in that one, because when you look at a lot of the different chains that are closing up places like your Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, etc., it's all in places like California that have incentivized criminality like crazy. So you have nothing on the shelves anymore for people to take.
Oh yeah,
because it's all being stolen.
just like Chicago, how they're closing up all the Walmarts and shit around because they're constantly getting robbed.
Yeah, or people would just go in there and eat. They would just take shit off the shelf, start eating it.
Yeah.
Well, especially if it's in certain areas, because the ones I've seen around here hasn't been been too bad, but yeah, certain areas like in what do you call it? San Francisco, certain areas like that. Yeah, it's got a big problem.
Well, it's almost gotten to the point where it's like I'm paying for everything at the store, and I feel like an idiot
Mm-hmm.
because everyone else is just stealing.
Yeah,
So-
right. You're being honest and getting fucked over.
And that's how you know fucking society's upside down. When
Mhm.
you feel like an idiot for doing the right thing. When people look at you like you're stupid for following the rules, right?
Mhm.
Because the rules are backwards or upside down or no longer work or whatever. And so therefore following them is stupid, right?
Yeah.
And that's where we're at. Like where you're at Walmart and you're looking at the fucking $7 stick of deodorant and thinking like that could easily fit in my pocket right now, Like I didn't steal it, but I literally had that thought today. Like, God damn it, everyone else is stealing.
Yeah, but you know damn well that if you try to do that, you'd fucking get the book thrown at you.
Yeah, they don't fuck around with prosecutions either at most places.
I know for a fact that I could have taken everything that I had that I bought at Walmart today, which is like $40 worth of shit, and just walked right out the fucking door.
Yeah.
No one would have stopped me. No one would have said a word. I'd feel
Funny
guilty
thing-
about it, honestly, because like that's I don't like stealing things. I think it's morally incorrect.
I
But-
agree. But the thought's still there. It's like fucking everyone else is doing it. Why should I not join in?
Well, the other part of the thought is like, okay, what did I spend $40 on? A thing of super glue, 1-a-day vitamins, and what was the other thing I bought? The 1-a-day vitamins were like $30 fucking. Oh, it was deodorant. Yeah, that was it. So it was deodorant, 1-a-day vitamins, and super glue, and it was $40 fucking. And I'm like, God fucking damn it, dude! Like,
Are y'all
well, we-
Walmart's still checking receipts out there? Because I
Yes.
still have
Yes,
several
yes,
people
they are. Because
at
right
mine
when you,
checking receipts, and I'm thinking, why are the fuck are y'all still doing that when people are just constantly walking out stealing shit? You gonna check their
well, that's funny though because like the Walmart self check thing has an email receipt now.
Yeah.
oh, really?
So it's like, okay, if I hit the email receipt thing, like, how are you going to check? Am I going to pull up my email now to get out of the fucking store?
I tell them to eat a dick.
Well,
well,
my Walmart got armed guards doing it, checking the receipts. So
Jesus Christ.
Dana
when
says-
we was doing Matt's chat, I think was it on Saturday? No, because I was going to a baby shower. I literally had to get like a bag or something, so I was just at the Walmart on that Saturday. It was pretty crowded, surprisingly to me, but it was like
people
hard
still
for me
need
to go
shit,
to the
dude.
checkout, even for the self checkout. So I just went to like the back area where the electronics store was, just to buy a gift wrapping bag. That was it. And I just passed right by. They didn't even check my thing.
That's the thing, though. People still need shit. Like, it's not like, okay, like if you're going to like like Applebee's, right? Applebee's right now is going to be the slowest Applebee's has ever been. The Applebee's waiters and employees are going to have less hours and be making less money right now than they've ever made. And things right now cost more than they've ever been. You know, so like that's one side. But like the fucking store, when you just go into like King Soopers or whatever, you go into the grocery store, that's actually probably going to be busier than normal right now.
Yeah.
Because it costs less money to buy food and cook it than it does to go out. So everyone's going to the grocery store, everyone's going to Walmart to buy the things that they need because they still need things. But Walmart's being even less and less though, because like I don't know how things are at your guys' Walmart, but when you go to mine, it seems like 1 out of 3 things that you might want to buy is behind glass. And if it's behind glass, then you need a employee to come unlock the glass for you. And if they come and unlock the glass for you, they need you to go buy that thing right away or have it sitting at the front at a specific register for you for when you get up there to buy it there. So it's a huge fucking pain in the ass. So people are just like, you know what? I'll buy my razors on Amazon. It's fine.
I did that right now with was it Best Buy? Just because I had that, you know, some of y'all know I had that weird issue. I was trying to see if I could save something from my old console data. So I was trying to buy a one of those externals. So I had to, go into the front. So they had to unlock it in a window and do all that. But I was going to say also with all the stuff with the stealing and other stuff is going on, it's causing some other problems where they start doing things with like drastic measures, like using automation and other weird ways.
Well, it also makes so like if I go to the store to buy razors, and so many people have stolen razors that they've had to put them behind glass. Am I paying the store for my razors, or am I paying the store for my razors plus a portion of the razors that everyone else stole, plus a portion of the glass that it costs to put in front of the razors, plus the cost of having someone paid hourly to come unlock the glass and do all that?
Yes, and yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the business will try to find a way to save from all that costly loss.
Just saying, like, the price that you pay for the thing is way more than it would be if everyone was paying the price for the thing. If no one was stealing and everyone was just paying the price, then the price of your razors wouldn't be nearly as high. It'd be like, I don't know what percentage less it would be or whatever, but some significant percentage less than it is because I don't know what the like when I used to work in retail, granted this was back in like fucking 1998, you know what I mean? This was a long ass time ago. I think we had a loss rate of 1 to 3%. So for every $100 worth of shit that you sell, there's $1 to $3 that gets stolen. I bet it's way higher than that now. Anyway, let me hit these super chats real quick. Calhoun dropped in 5 and said, "Read my last chat. Hopefully, I'll be able to afford more super chats soon."
Poor ass son bitch.
Looks like I'm getting that $26 an hour welding job. I still have to apply though through the temporary agency. They said that I passed the welding test job interview. That's badass, dude.
Yeah, congrats.
Just make sure that all you talk about is not welding once you get the job.
Well,
yeah, get in there and start talking about the Illuminati.
that or don't
keep your safety gear
about
on.
Having a $30 an hour welding job like someone else we know. That's an ass.
Who? Faggot NH?
Yeah.
FNH? I assume that's what the F is for.
Pretty much, yeah.
Daniel dropped in 5. Thank you, sir. And said, "We're not to the worst part yet. Feds will drop interest rates when shit really starts getting bad. From that point, it takes a year to normalize." Well, I mean, they're increasing interest rates because that helps stabilize the dollar. It helps make fucking inflation not go as high. But at the same time they're doing that, they're spending what? $1 trillion every 3 months right now? It's $100,000 every 3 seconds. The federal government is spending more than what they're bringing in right now. 100,000. 100,000. 100,000. That's how fast it's going, dude. Anyway, that's a pretty goat.
Yeah, it is. That's actually a good, pretty good goat right there.
Hey, remember this? This was only 3 years ago.
Yep.
The good old Trump years.
I blame Xanatos for it all. For all the fuckery.
I don't remember those
that
prices.
shit is all Xanatos.
I've never seen 185.
Well, okay, so part of the reason that prices hit this low was because of Trump, because it was domestic production and shit and refinement of gasoline, and gas prices were lower.
Yep.
But another big part of it was the fucking COVID shutdown. Like, people like to give Trump all the fucking credit for $1.85 gas or whatever, while forgetting part of the reason that gas was $1.85 was because we had so much gas that we were producing and no one who was driving, because everyone was staying home and no one was going to work. And therefore the price of gas necessarily had to be really low until they could cut production. That's why we had such low gas prices.
And if the Middle East becomes more of a shit show, these gas prices are going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, they are. I know gas up here during the lockdowns and stuff or during Trump, and I want to say it got down close to $1.
Yeah, I think we were at $1.75 is the lowest I saw.
I just remember the under $2. I don't remember
prices.
anything exactly the price.
Yeah, that's basically it was under $2, but I think it was $1.75 was the when I drove by and saw that, I'm like, oh, what the fuck. That was a great time to own a motorcycle. I really wish I had a motorcycle during that. Because think about that, like $1.85 for a gallon of gas, and then your bike gets 50 miles to the gallon. You can see the entire country for like fucking $50, dude.
Yeah, shit.
Barely any cars on the road.
Yeah, no traffic. Fucking yeah, man. God damn.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
That's what I
Yeah.
miss is everybody not, just stuck in their house. No traffic, no fucking people around because, fuck people.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah, I had
and
to
it's kind
work
of
that,
area
yeah.
weird.
It was.
I do remember that.
It wasn't eerie to me.
It felt
was
like a
fun to
fucking
me.
zombie movie, like when you're driving down the street and there's nobody and it's like a street where there's normally like hundreds of cars and there's like you and one other car,
Yep. They said that everything was so quiet with businesses shut down, no, foot traffic, no cars on the road, that scientists could actually hear the natural hum of the earth when they could, normally can't because of all the noise and all the pollution in factories.
There you go, making things up again.
Right. Usually during rush hour, the streets were just empty.
California had no smog during that time.
I'm not making that up. They were putting that shit out during the time.
The hum of the earth?
Yeah, they're hearing the natural.
Yeah, it's like a tune or whatever.
Seismologists and stuff. They could hear shit that they couldn't hear before because of all the constant noise of the world.
I must have missed that one.
I heard some about that. Maybe it was Corey who brought it up, but I did hear somebody talk about that.
Yeah, Corey was the source.
Yeah,
Shut the fuck up,
Corey
you
was the
asshole.
source. It probably was you, but I did hear that.
So, I should go get some tacos.
Corey is at one with nature. That's why.
Yes, I am.
Government is the enemy. Government is the enemy. Government is the enemy. Government is the enemy. Just so you guys know.
Yes, sir.
Because government has made you their enemy. It's not that government by itself, the near notion of it, although it often ends up that way, is that fucking enemy. It's that they have identified you as both tax cattle to get done with what they want to, but also as a speed bump to drive over. The government is the enemy.
And the Seventh Circuit Court proved that this week.
Yeah, they did. Now you guys can't have your fucking AR-15s, and they just completely ignored the Bruin decision.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention Hiller.
Well, Bruin, I think, applied
Yeah,
more
so-
directly, didn't it? Because Bruin was like, if something's in common use, you can't just fucking ban it. That's against the Second Amendment. And they're like, well, we're just going to say that. I don't even know how they came to that decision. You know what I mean? Like how you like fucking mental gymnastics get around that. And it's not just like a random fucking like decision from a random court that you can be like, well, I disagree with that. It's from the fucking Supreme Court. So you're ignoring Supreme Court law precedent to get over your fucking gun control bills in Illinois.
Technically, it was Heller that was the common use. Bruin was that people could carry pistols in public was a constitutional right in the Second Amendment. Because that's the whole thing. It was New York Pistol Rifle Association was the one that brought that lawsuit against it that became the Bruin decision.
Semantics.
It's interesting you bringing that up because we're gonna have a court hearing for open carry in California. I'm like, good luck. They don't like us having concealed carry, so you know this is gonna turn out.
If it happens, that is going to be glorious because you know the fucking libtards, their heads will explode.
They're gonna lose their fucking minds.
Yeah,
I
ever
wanted
since
to pass
Maine,
just for that.
ever since Maine happened too, you got a bunch of asswipe Democrats here in Ohio who are now trying to push 10-day waiting periods.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me. More
Thank God they
like
don't have any
that and
power.
more extreme is on its way. You can bet the bottom dollar on that.
I still haven't bought a gun in Colorado since the 3-day period has started. I forgot about that. You fuckers.
You missed your Brokeback Mountain, you.
It's unconstitutional, man. You gotta get the fuck out of that commie state.
No shit.
I mean, he's far better off than where me and Leo's at.
Not much.
And it feels just like after October 7th and what happened in Israel, it's a slap in the face saying you can't have this.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, yeah. When they're opening up the border, they're letting tens of thousands of people across the border every single fucking day without vetting basically any of them. There was a story not too long ago. It was last week, I think, where they caught a known terrorist and then released him and then randomly caught him again. And they're like, oh, maybe we should actually hang on to him. So, like, how many times have they, like, caught a fucking terrorist and not identified them, or caught a terrorist and released them after identifying them that we didn't hear about, you know?
Well, isn't it true that these other countries and shit are fucking releasing inmates in mass droves and sending them to America?
Yeah,
mean,
through Soros NGOs and stuff like that. That's
what Cuba did during like when we had our fucking thing with Cuba. They were like, okay, sure, you guys want to you're gonna take all of our asylum seekers? Cool. Empty the fucking prisons. Send them to America.
I mean, that is a strategy. I mean, I'm surprised we ain't seen a lot of other countries doing that to us. Like,
there are.
No,
They're just
yeah,
probably not being
okay.
reported yet.
You remember? I don't remember what country that is. Remember the one that just went hardcore on the arresting all the criminals? Was it not Venezuela, but one of the countries,
Honduras?
South Salvador.
Yeah, probably El Salvador.
Yeah. So imagine if they just did a switcher. Oh, here you can have all these criminals. Imagine all of them coming over here. That'd be fucking bad.
Yeah, it's being done on purpose to destabilize America.
There was a video I was watching yesterday where it was showing about 10, 12 guys that were all hiding their faces because there were sleeper cells coming in right now.
Yep.
Dr. Prepper dropped in $10. Thank you, sir. And says, I grew up having to fix things to have anything decent. Now it's my living. This Saturday, 80 years and 2 weeks. Wait. And in 2 weeks we have running oil. I don't know what the fuck you're saying, bro. Let me try that again. I grew up having to fix things to have anything decent. Now it's my living. This sat 80 years, and in 2 weeks we had it running oil well engine link.
Okay.
This Saturday marks 80 years in 2 weeks. We had it running oil.
Yeah, but running oil well engine.
Yeah.
And also, how many shots is that now that you owe Dr. Prepper?
One. I owe him one shot.
No, because he did 220 super chats.
The other one, the other $20 super chat was to say, I understand it's okay for not buying the bottle.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Trying to get out of it, you sneaky.
Just kidding, Corey. I'll let you back in.
And then, of course, you got all those pieces of shit last night in Washington, D.C. that were defacing founding father statues.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. All the Palestinian fucking protesters who were going around to George Washington and giving him a Palestine flag and a fucking Hamas fucking... Yeah.
Yeah, Ben Franklin was on them too.
Bro, like, if I... See, that's the kind of shit that, I mean, we let that happen. Not you and me, but the American people, because you know that there were, like, American-born citizens who went to school here and grew up here and everything, who were, like, driving down the road in Washington, D.C., and saw a bunch of fucking Hamas fuckers doing that shit to George Washington's statue, and were like, well, it's not my problem. I'm not getting involved. I'm not going to do anything. I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to step out of line. I don't want to be the tall piece of grass that gets cut. I don't want to be the nail sticking out that gets hammered.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to let that happen.
Be fair.
The only hold on.
Show.
The only way that evil is allowed to exist, let alone thrive, is good men doing nothing.
Yep.
Exactly.
Speaking of good men doing nothing, look at Let On Still's comment.
Why don't you read it?
He said, there was a guy that crashed through the main gate at a nuclear power station an hour from me. He got away, so I'm sure he was making a practice run.
Crazy. There was a shooting last night, like right down the street from me, and like 6 people fucking shot at a... I guess there's like a 1%er motorcycle fucking club bar that's not too far from me that I didn't even know existed.
Yeah.
But you got to be part of the club to even go there, so that kind of makes sense why I didn't know about it.
So gang robbery.
Oh yeah, it had to be some gang related thing. Or
Yeah, that's what they were trying to say
shooting.
here with Cincinnati. There was a bunch of kids that got shot at like 2-3 in the morning, whatever it was, and they were clearly like gang related, is what it was.
Oh shit! I was just looking at a fucking video in Twitter of seeing all these dudes with Glock switches and shit. I'm like, damn, yeah, younger kid.
Yo, is this the same chick in these 2 pictures?
Possibly.
Looks like it.
It looks like it, doesn't it?
All.
To me, it looks like the same chick.
Dude, the fact that they went after Alex Jones for as much money and as hard as they did for talking about Sandy Hook only makes me think that maybe there's something to what he was saying about Sandy Hook. Is that fucked up?
Yep.
It's the same thing with that, was it Wolfgang Halbing or whatever that guy's name was? Because he was trying to sue Sandy Hook. And then they started threatening his granddaughter and his daughter and stuff like that into silence. And he told them to shut up, basically, or they were going to get hurt. And he dropped the lawsuits and everything else like that after a couple weeks.
I always think these are so funny when the person's like, I want to get off. I don't want to be on this. No, why am I here? No, and then they fucking do the thing and they just pass out. This chick passes out hard, bro. Watch. You can already see which one it's going to be, too, right?
Yeah, I thought she was already passing out now.
Nope, there she's out. She's out. She's out. And then she'll wake up and be like, oh my God. Oh, out again. She does this shit like 5 fucking times, bro. I feel like my neck would hurt. Like, I don't know. It's a little bit of head whipping around.
Yep.
Look, she's... It's pretty good. It makes me happy. Anyway. Second Amendment, making women equaler than men. Wait, get rid of this.
God damn.
Making more women equal than the entire feminist movement. There we go.
Damn right.
What, she got a scar?
It looked like a scar lightweight
Yeah.
to me.
Something.
What do they call that? The lightweight's the S, and then the L's
Yep.
the long version, the 308.
I thought it was the S and the H. Or the L and the H. It's the light
The
and the
H is
heavy.
the big ass one. That's got the fucking H barrel, dude. Fuck
That's the
that.
308.
I think it had different names. Because wasn't the 17 the more 5.56 one, or was it? I get confused with that shit.
All right. Taking bets. What do you guys bet? Who's going to win? You got
I'm gonna go
Murder
Mantis,
Hornet, and you've got fucking Praying Mantis.
Praying Mantis.
Mantis.
Praying Mantis got to win that shit.
Praying Mantis, yeah.
Well, everyone's going. Okay, you guys are right, but watch.
I know, I've seen that one before too. And Praying Mantis is not a rip shit.
Dude, they're fucking strong.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're
And they're-
fast. Reflexes too.
Immune to that fucking venom too. That venom don't bug them at all.
He just
like-
grabs him and starts eating his fuck.
Yeah.
No. Here's the funny part. Praying Mantis have killed snakes. They don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. As long as they grab a hold of something, that's it.
I kind of feel bad
And
for that
lizard.
wasp, man.
Nah, fuck those winter hornets, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You don't
Yeah,
want
they're
to
How big
hornet.
that fucker is, though, dude. That thing's mean. Never mind. I don't feel bad at all. Fuck that guy.
Yep. Those
Yeah.
hornets murder whole beehives. So
Yeah, fuck those murder hornets.
There is one kind of bee. I think it's someplace in Europe. I was watching a thing about it here a few months ago, and the murder hornet thing became a thing. And it was showing how they can actually up their body heat by like a small percentage to actually burn the murder hornet to death.
yeah.
Yep.
It's fucking cool.
What caliber would be best for a zombie apocalypse?
I sense they're
22.
already soft.
And a suppressor.
Right, maybe 22.
I still
You could
think
take
223.
10,000 rounds.
Yeah, anything
10,000
NATO would
rounds
be
of
worth
22
it.
and weigh nothing.
Like, granted, I'm not saying don't get 22, and I'm saying that like 22 would be a great caliber to have in a zombie apocalypse, but best probably 223 because you might not be fighting just zombies.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Yeah.
if they're one of them sprint-looking ones, then yeah, I'll probably up the caliber.
I don't know. That's my idea. I say that would be the best. Really, you want 3 calibers. You want 9mm, you want 223, and you want 22. You have those 3, I think you're pretty good for the fucking zombie apocalypse. All right, did you guys hear about this one? 17-year-old Kenna Rosenberg allegedly shot 5 people outside Derek Bentley's Whiskey Row, which is in Denver, after being denied entry for having a fake ID. So she tries to get into a whiskey bar, and they're like, bitch, you're 17, fuck off. And so she like goes to her car, grabs a handgun, and shows back up and shoots 5 fucking people.
Wow.
One, I was kind of curious.
Worth it. Did she
where's
get any
it at
whiskey after that, I
until-
wonder?
I was gonna say, depending where she is, she might definitely get tried as an adult.
Do know that you're muted, Honda.
Yeah, I think he is muted because I hear no sound coming from the video.
Nope.
Right.
It's because I'm muted. Okay, let me try that again.
One often hears of the sort of George Soros boogeyman, but I mean, Soros actually, he is, I believe, the top contributor to the Democratic Party. The second one was Sam Bankman-Fried.
Yeah.
So, and Soros, I don't know. I mean, he had a very difficult upbringing, and in my opinion, he fundamentally hates humanity. That's my opinion.
Do you guys think George Soros fundamentally hates humanity, is using his billions of dollars to go after humanity and try to conquer it, and so that it can be in the hands of a few elites who he does have faith in?
Yes.
He admitted in, I think it was 2007 or 8, in a 60 Minutes documentary, that he was actually a Nazi collaborator who would send other Jews to their deaths in the death camps so he could steal their wealth and amass it as his own then.
Okay, not only did he admit that he was a Nazi collaborating Jew who helped the Nazis hunt down Jews, and I think it was Austria, right?
Something like that.
I forget where it was. Doesn't matter. Hungary, something like that. Doesn't matter. Not only did he help the Nazis hunt down his fellow Jewish people, but he thought it was fun. And when he was talking about it during that interview, he recalled it gleefully how much fun it was to go to help the Nazis find Jews and hunt them down.
I'm surprised he ain't dead by now because he ain't dead. I'm pretty sure he's pretty old.
See, like, evil like that lives a long time.
Well, the thing is, he's grooming his son Alex Soros to take over right now. That's also why he's funding a bunch of Democrats in various states to be DAs and other races, especially school boards. That's the ones you really got to worry about right now. Him and Bloomberg.
Well, because what he's done is he's realized, okay, like, what's the return on investment? What's the ROI on giving money in a presidential race? Pretty low. Okay, what about senators? What about if I give a bunch of money to senators? It's higher than president, but it's still pretty low. Okay, what about like governors and mayors and stuff like that? Okay, it's higher than the senators. Probably governors are about the same, but mayors are higher than the senators and governors. But it's still kind of low. But if you go after school board members and like DAs and stuff like that, like, sheriffs, that kind of thing, then your ROI is about as high as it can be. Your return on investment for getting those people to enact policies that destabilize a government and a country so that after it's destabilized, you can come in and buy its infrastructure for pennies on the dollar, which has always been the plan. That's always been the plan. And, like, that's the thing that everyone has always been like, well, why would anyone want... They own everything. Why would they want to destroy the economy? It's like, okay, yeah, you're right. They already own everything. But they don't own everything, do they? They don't own... They own a lot. They don't own everything. If they make their shit worth a little bit less and everybody else is worth a lot less, then they can buy up a lot more shit, can't they? Like, that's always been the fucking plan.
Well, not even that. You pretty much own everything. And plus, so that means you're the one that had to be dependent on my stuff. So it's like, you already got them there.
Well, and they want us all on fucking universal basic income, UBI. They all want us dependent on the government because, like, automation and everything is going to take over to the point where we're not going to be able to provide value for ourselves, let alone for a family or anything else. So they're going to have to provide it for us. So they're going to determine what is a living wage. And the other thing that they're going to do is implement the cashless society, right? They want their what is it called? The government issued digital fucking currency, CBDI. Anyway, CBDCs, that's what it is. Anyway, the digital currency that they're going to come out with is going to be able to be tracked. So if you buy something that they don't like, they're going to be able to stop you. They're going to be able to track you and everything that you do and say. So if you say something or do something that they don't like, they're going to be able to punish you by not letting you buy gasoline or whatever it is. And this system is already being implemented in other countries. They're just trying to get it here. Fag coin, that's right. $8.6 blackout. Yeah, except for that's like what, like $1 a fucking round?
Oh, it's more than that.
Yeah, like might as well do 50 BMG. It's about the same price. Except for it's not very quiet. I keep finding all these pictures of Arabic-looking men looking at goats, and I don't know why. It's weird.
The men who stare at goats.
Oh, that's hilarious. See, if you guys don't know, The Men Who Stare at Goats is a reference to the CIA telekinesis or whatever program where they were like stare at goats and try to get them to do things. Wasn't that the book? Wasn't that a book named that?
Also a movie.
Yeah, it became a George Clooney film then after the fact.
This is how liberals think 3D printers work. Oh, are we still echoing? Sorry.
This is how I wish 3D printers work.
Seriously.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, who's
you guys have all seen the kick heard around the world.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
There's apparently other videos coming out about that guy now too, or that was his go-to move, I guess.
Yeah, there was another video that I saw where he kind of did the same thing, except for didn't get the guy in the jugular.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are you gonna do? Oh, this is great too. Watch this.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. It was pretty good.
Yeah, that's spot on.
I mean, she's a bit chunkier than the chick, but she looks like her, and that voice is spot fucking on, bro.
Yeah, it was fucking great.
Right. At first, I thought it was her just being herself, right, at a Halloween party.
That'd be funny. I think that chick's actually from Texas, I believe, Dallas, if I'm not mistaken. Or she flew out of Dallas.
Is she single?
I don't know.
So this is pretty funny. It's a kid dressed up as Trump, and he's got kids dressed up as Obama, Biden, and who's that other one? I can't tell. Who's this one?
Bill Clinton.
Oh, it's Clinton. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Good look, Bill from far gone.
Here's how Russia deals with shit. This makes me want to be like Russian, man. Like I know like Putin's not a good dude and Russia's kind of fucked up and blah blah blah, but at least he speaks truth. And at least when 550 Muslim protesters go to an airport searching out for Jews, they all get arrested and they're all now facing 5 to 15 years in prison.
Hope they all get 15.
I'm just saying they're doing it right, bro. Like that's how you deal with that. Oh, you guys want to come here and fucking storm a I don't care how many of you there are. We're arresting every single one of you, and we're charging every single one of you to the full extent of the what the law allows us to do based upon your actions. That's what should happen. That's just what should happen when you cross the border illegally. That's what should happen when you I don't know, do acts of terror for sure, but go to I don't know, deface a fucking national monument or a fucking
historical statue.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Fuck you. Throw the book at him, Dano.
Yeah, well, we do it here, but you have to be,
on the right,
on the conservative side.
Yeah, exactly. January 6th.
They do it here. Yeah.
They know how to do it then, don't they?
Yeah, they don't fuck around when it comes to that, man.
Aren't they still looking for people to arrest on January 6 charges?
Yes,
Isn't
they
the
are.
FBI still actively being have you seen this person?
And they arrest people who weren't even there. Shit.
Well, and they arrest people who were there, who didn't go anywhere that they weren't supposed to, that didn't hurt a hair on a fucking police officer's head, that said words. That's what they did.
Yep, just words.
One of them, he got arrested, and they weren't even his words. He was recording. He was doing a live stream, like as I was planning to do. And someone behind the camera, not the guy filming, yells, "Get him!" or something like that. And so they took him to court, and they charged him, and they were like, "You said get him." And he's like, "No, I didn't." And they're like, "Yes, you did. Case closed. Like, you have to now prove that it wasn't you who said that." Like, that's not how the law works, really. Like, it's innocent until proven guilty, not guilty until proven how guilty.
That's how the FBI was trying to fuck me in 2019. I got into a if versus I scenario with one of the feds.
As far as what?
He was saying I said if he was saying as if I was saying something, I was going to do something or whatever, and you could clearly tell in the video I said if this were to happen. Yeah, they're trying to Trump charges what it was, and they got nothing. So fuck them.
Again, dude, I think it's only a matter of time till people like me and Never Enough Ammo and probably even like Yankee Marshall and shit get knocks on the door for talking about things that they didn't like, for saying things in terms that they didn't like, for having things in our possession like guns and shit like that they don't like. And they're going to be like, okay, now we're going to find a reason. Not that, you know, you actually broke any law overtly or any more than anybody else. You're just like everybody else. But since every single one of us, because there's so many fucking laws on the book, break multiple laws every single day, multiple federal laws, they're going to find something and they're going to come after us. Onesie, twosies, one at a time, two at a time. And when they do it, they're going to be disinformation campaigns saying how E-Honda did this and E-Honda had that and blah, 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 right? And then people are going to read it in the paper and be like, yeah, I'm glad the FBI went after him. I'm glad that his kids don't get to see their dad anymore. I'm glad that they took everything away from him because he was a bad guy. Without ever meeting me, without ever meeting you, without ever knowing anything about us.
Well, shit, there's like a 30% increase of cops planting shit on people too, so that's probably part of it as well. They'll just take one like the cops and just plant shit in your house.
Yeah, or like that one cop in Florida that got busted in the last year or two who was planting drugs on everybody.
Just sprinkle them with cocaine.
Well, now the new thing is, Let On Steel earlier was sending me some stuff where he was taking screenshots from Instagram where glowies, I don't know any other person that, you know, besides them that would do it, but are actively trying to entrap people by, you know, trying to sell shit on through Instagram. Like, you know, making shit so appealing, like 49 cents a box of 22 ammo, you know, or, you know, they were advertising like an MP7 for sale.
I was getting stuff like that on Instagram, but mind you, you forgot the restrictions I got to deal with in my state. Sometimes that shit was also could be muggers stealing, you know, trying to rip you off.
True, but just some of the shit that he was sending me was just, it couldn't be anything else but glowies trying to entrap people. At least in my opinion.
And here they are in Israel, handing out guns to citizens, gleefully smile. Look how happy everybody is.
Right?
Too late. A little too late for that.
I mean, better a little bit too late than never. Better a little bit too late than take it away from you. Better a little too late than fuck your fucking rights.
Yeah. But the question is,
go hard on the anti-gun.
They should have had it from the beginning.
Corny.
Very true.
You live right on the fucking border of hell, and you weren't allowed to have one.
I wonder if they're also giving them at least one mag and some ammo.
I'm sure they did. But I just find how funny and corny looking it is. I'm like, I can see us doing the same thing if it wasn't too much, you know, a fight out here.
I think some of these
entire
pro-gun
families are dead.
Dude, have you seen... Okay, I have not seen these videos, but they are out there of Hamas recording, going into a home, killing the parents, raping the kids, like the daughter, right? Then killing her, and then there's like a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. What do we do with them? I know. Turn the oven on. Turn it on to 450 degrees, and then we'll put the kids inside the oven, and then we're going to record the kids cooking in the oven while we laugh at them. That's the kind of fucking evil shit that these motherfuckers did. And you could say, like, well, I mean, Israel, like, let it happen, and they had intelligence, and they didn't respond in time, so they wanted this to happen. Okay, let's say that's true, right? Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that that's true. They didn't put a gun to these guys' heads and say, like, hey, come into the country and, like, you know, rape and kill a bunch of people and put children inside of ovens and stuff. They did that shit all on their own, right? And then you could say, like, oh, well, it's because, you know, a bunch of white Europeans were just given a country that really wasn't theirs in the Middle East and blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay. If you go back to the original fucking agreements at the time, no one really had a problem with it when it originally happened. It was a couple of people who did, right? And it wasn't because, like, it was because they hated Jews, because they were in line with the Nazis and were like, you know what, you fucking Nazi goddamn sand people, we're gonna fucking move you over because you're pieces of shit, and we're gonna give this group of people who just dealt with a Holocaust where millions of them were murdered in the worst way possible, we're gonna give them their own fucking country here, right? It's a little tiny piece of land. And they couldn't let them have it. So they kept bombing them and coming in and invading and doing shit until Israel was like, you know what? We got to fight back against this. And I mean, like, we got to take this area, because if we don't take this area, then we're not going to be safe. And then that happened again and again and again and again and again until, like, fucking Israel's a much bigger country than it started out as. But it's all been a fucking, like, cat and mouse game, like action, reaction, fucking, you know, like, input and response. None of this happened in a vacuum. Anyway, fuck Hamas. Fuck anybody. Fuck Islam. Fuck the whole fucking religion. Fuck you goat fucking inbred fucking fucks.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you choke on pig grease. Which is really bad if you're Islamic.
Exactly.
Raw Feeding 101 dropped in $2 and said, picked up a new pump shotty, 119 beans.
Congrats.
What kind was it?
Very nice. I'm guessing Turkish.
Probably.
Which means Raw Feeding, you just gave money to Hamas.
Well, the reason I asked is I got something similar a couple years ago. It was a 20 gauge, and it was one of those H&R Pad&R pumps. And that's Chinese made now.
How was it?
Not much better.
Yeah, it's not good quality.
Yank's an ally, though. I'm an ally.
Smack.
Damn, so it wasn't even decent.
I'm trying to be an ally.
I mean, it still functions. It's just to take it apart and, like, clean it and stuff like that's it's a pain in the ass.
Fred Bender says IWI makes good guns. I almost bought IWI Masada 13+1 optics ready because they had it on sale, and I wanted to support Israel. I don't know how, you know. That's a weird way to do it. I get it. But at least they get a gun out of it, you know?
Speaking of guns, one of the sales that the Glowies was trying to sell was a Glock package with a stock, a vertical grip, a suppressor, and a couple extra mags. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is so obviously
well, obvious if you person, unless you're an idiot that don't know shit about guns. I mean, if you got one of them dumbest criminals that, like, you know, same ones get Glock switches, shit, could be like, oh, I'll get this.
I understand, and there's many of them out there.
Raw Feeding says JTS 12. It's Chinese. It's from China.
China.
Does the hammer and sickle come with it?
Right. They're not much better.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it is.
For $112?
Damn.
119, sorry. $7 off. But an AK pattern fucking shotty?
Wish I could own it.
Right. Raw Feeding, have you shot it yet? How does it run, and is it reliable?
Reliable.
That price,
Reliable.
I'm not.
Good old Atlantic. Shit, they were just selling a Rio Division.
Yeah, I think the cheapest I ever saw that particular one locally was like $400.
Nice. You got a hell of a deal there, sir. Hell of a
you
deal. I don't know about these magazine-fed shotguns, though. I'm a big fan of the old school pump action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But you know,
don't care for them either.
if that's what you want to do,
You do you, boo. That's fucking cool.
isn't that badass?
That's fucking awesome.
Saw
He
that one.
hands
Saw that
down
earlier.
one Halloween costume forever.
I mean, that's how they did it in the original Star Wars. Was they put mirrors on the bottom to hide the wheels?
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically what he did. I don't know what kind of scooter or whatever that is underneath all that shit, but well done, sir. Good job.
Raw Feeding said it wasn't the AK pattern one. It's the JTS X1 or X12 PT. Ew.
This is how dudes who support gun control go to sleep at night.
Yeah. Bifacial. Or is it
been a hell of a
transfacial?
party.
Sorry.
It looks very relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A little messy, maybe.
Some great vitamin D.
Yeah.
I mean, I did that to a lady yesterday.
Damn. Oh, this video is fucked up.
Bro, this is crazy. Like, this
Damn,
guy's like,
brand
fuck,
new
I'm gonna
place.
die. Fuck, I'm gonna die. Fuck, I'm gonna fucking die. I guess I'm gonna die now. Yep, I'm gonna die. Like, fuck. Like, that's what he's thinking right now. But then, let's skip ahead a little bit. Okay, he's starting to get too hot to stay there, so he's got to jump down. Watch this move.
Oh, damn. That
Bro,
was.
he barely fucking made it.
Fuck yeah. That was.
I mean, all you gotta do is swing his body in the momentum.
So now he's got to wait for these guys to fucking come over, and now they can't reach, and they can't quite get there. And so what does he do? Fuck it, I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
I would have jumped on that ladder.
Bro, that guy saved his own fucking life. That's what just
No
happened.
shit.
Yeah.
And then just seconds later, just watch.
Yep.
Like, fuck.
Ooh. Damn.
That glass
Yeesh.
is melting. Liquid glass.
I don't know where this was, but those firefighters are heroes, and that guy's fucking lucky, and he has balls of steel.
No shit.
And I guess that's all the stories I had.
Know about it. Right. Next day you show up to work. like no foreman better say not one damn thing to me. Like, hey, if I come in late, I come in late. If I leave early, I leave early.
Like,
Exactly.
fuck you, OSHA.
Right.
Oh, what's Tony talking about?
Yeah, I ain't heard from him in a minute.
Good morning, everyone. This is Tony Simon from the Second is for Everyone podcast. And pound for pound, the largest gun bunny in America. I'm over here at beautiful Washington Crossing Park, and coming to you to let you know, November 30th, the diversity shoot will be at Gun for Hire Range in Women's Park. Tickets are available. Check out Eventbrite. Follow Tony Simon, and there it is.
There you go, boys. Sign up for your diversity shoot. November 30th.
I heard that gingers are still not welcome there. So
Yeah, I mean, really, are you welcome anywhere? Whoa, can't watch that on YouTube.
Oh man,
It's getting less and less where we're fucking acceptable.
yeah.
I think they just hate us because they ain't us.
Yep. Basically.
It's because you shoot wrong-handed, Corey.
oh, don't tell me Corey's a lefty.
I'm ambidextrous, but yes, I am left-handed.
Wrong-handed, you mean?
The wrong hand.
Coworker kept swiping sandwiches, so he decided to put a used condom inside one.
There's the motherfucker, right? Damn. That's cool.
What the fuck?
That is
Yeah, I've seen
creepy.
that one.
Sweet Fish Cafe in Thailand, where the floors are filled with water and fish swim amongst the customers.
Yep, just one giant koi pond under your feet.
I mean, do you have to, like, I assume, take off your shoes before you get there?
Could you
A
imagine?
woman better put out if I take her there.
I would think it
better
would
put
smell like fucking
out.
like shit in there, wouldn't it? Everyone's
know.
dirty
I guess
feet in
'cause
the
of the
water
water,
and a bunch
yeah.
of fish like pooping everywhere and stuff.
No,
It's like a glass
no,
or
it's
plastic
glass.
over the thing.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean,
Okay, that's kind of cool. I can dig it.
It does make me wonder though, like how the glasses on that for weight wise.
No, wait, is it? Because if you look at it, it kind of looks like the table legs.
Yeah,
are-
like the chairs. Yeah.
Yeah, look on the left right there. Like the chairs they look wet, like they're in the water.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
No, if you look at it,
Yeah, I
the
didn't
last like 6 inches is in the water. You're right.
yeah, people want that experience.
Yeah, so
Oh,
that
you
restaurant's
hear
gonna smell like shit, bro, because there's just fish just shitting in the water that you're fucking standing in with your stink ass feet, bro.
Exactly.
Oh, I dropped a meatball. Well, I guess the fish will get it, or they won't, and it'll just stay there in the water till it rots. I'm not sure which.
Or it could kill them. Yeah, let's do that.
Or if you want sushi, you just reach down and cut your own fish up.
Exactly. Jiggle, jiggle. I want to wiggle, wiggle.
Okay, this guy's got a tactical fucking muzzle loader. That's fucking
Yeah.
gay.
I've seen this before.
Same.
Tactical muzzle loader.
I mean, why not?
Because it's gay. That's why. Just get a muzzle loader. Why's it got to be tactical?
Well, it wants something different. I'm sure he's probably got every fucking gun you could possibly want.
I think people with blue hair should get abortions. I think it should be mandatory. Yeah.
Yep.
California,
too.
everybody.
Oakland.
Just steal. Like, there's not gonna be a Walgreens much longer. That happens, bro.
No.
Oh,
You're gonna be
that's
like,
it. Speaking
We
with
live in a food desert. This is racism.
No, it's their own fucking fault.
And then you
Well, it's
open a
just- I'll say-
store and then you rob it till it's fucking not in existence anymore.
Mm-hmm. And
Well,
they
it's just
complain.
It's just like the old woman there in Minnesota, who
Well-
it was a local grocery store that she went to, and they burned that down during the riots.
Okay, have you guys been paying attention to any of the Trump lawsuit cases to keep him off of the ballot in 2024?
Some of them, not,
Yeah, something.
not really.
So there's an ongoing case in Colorado. It's gone through 5 days of litigation, of which I've watched 4 days of the litigation. Right? Joe Neerman on YouTube, Good Logic, is covering it, so I've been watching his show when I've been getting ready in the morning and doing shit. It is amazing to me how the court system can manipulate the information that's allowed to be presented in such a way that it seems like they're being fair, but they're not hearing all the arguments specifically, right? Like there's arguments that are blatantly, obviously, like, true, but they're just like, you know what, that doesn't apply because I said so. You know, like, move on, next argument. It's insane how it works because, okay, so like Trump is being sued in Colorado based upon the 14th Amendment, and not that Colorado has a mirrored 14th Amendment in our own state constitution, which it does, but the lawsuit is based upon the federal version, right? So you would think that if that's the case, that it would be in federal court, but it's not. The judge said, nope, I get to have jurisdiction. Why? Because I said so, because I'm the judge, right? Okay, so what does the 14th Amendment say? Something to the effect of, if you are an elector of president or vice president, Senate, House, officer of the state, and I forget whatever, but it specifically leaves out president and vice president, and it specifically includes electors of president and vice president. So therefore, by the plain text of the bill, of the amendment that they're using to go after Trump in this case, the thing that they're using to go against him doesn't apply to him. But they're like, well, it says officer of the state, so that applies to him. Okay, well, why would it say senator? Why would it say House? Why would it say elector of president and vice president while specifically leaving them out? It seems to me that they specifically left it out for a reason, right? So it doesn't apply to him in that manner, but they're applying it still. The level of evidence that's being admitted into court having to do with what actually happened on January 6th and why it was an insurrection is laughable, is insane, is over the top. I mean, they're just like the January 6th committee report was entered into evidence as whole as fact, period, without, I mean, like there was objection to it, obviously. Objection denied. Sorry, fuck off. Why? Because I'm the judge, and that's what I say. So this entire fucking January 6th report, which was produced with a couple of Republicans, rhinos, who are none of them are in office anymore, because every single person that participated in the January 6th commission who was a Republican was both an anti-Trumper and also did not get reelected. So none of them are in office anymore. So it was basically political suicide for any of them to do this, but they did it anyway because they hate Trump so much, so that they could have on paper a bipartisan fucking committee of people who specifically didn't ask certain questions and didn't look into certain things and looked at other things very specifically way too much and in a certain light that made it look bad. And now they're using that as evidence in a case that's going to keep the next president, what should be the next president, out of office, because they're afraid of what he's going to do, because they're afraid of who he's going to go after, because they're afraid of what he fucking knows and how he's going to use that information once he gets power again. So they're willing to break any law, to cross any bridge, to do anything that they can possibly do to keep him out. And in this case, it's going against judicial precedent. It's going against plain text of laws that are written. It's going outside of the scope of what a judge is allowed to do. And by the way, she specifically gave money to an organization that that was going after Trump for election stuff in 2020. I forget what the exact deal was, but there was some NGO that was taking money to go after Trump for what he did in 2020 for the January 6th insurrection, which she gave money to. She's like, yep, that sounds like something I want to support. Me as a judge, as an individual, I'm going to support that and give my own money to it. Oh, and then me as a judge, as not an individual, but as an officer of the state, is going to use my power from my seat to go after that very same president for the very same thing. But I don't have a conflict of interest, right? Everything that I do is on the level, and I'm above reproach, is basically what she's saying. Because they also brought a motion for that, to get her fucking to make her not the judge because of that fact. But she was just like, you know what? I don't even remember making that donation. I don't know what that was about, so it doesn't count. Click. I'm still the judge. Anyway, guys, my back really hurts. I'm ending it now.
Oh man.
Yeah, so fuck off.
Oh, I can get some food.
Oh, well, I hope you feel better, Honda.
Yeah, I feel better,
Good
brother.
stream, sir.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna hit the button. I'm gonna go lay down and put on some Star Trek or something.
Goodbye, chat. Have good night, everybody.
Have a beautiful time.
Stay strapped or get clapped.
Strapped or clapped.
Mm-hmm.
Penis faggots.
Pingana yum.
Oh, penis chew.
Oh, and we'll see you guys on. I actually got to work tomorrow night, so I won't be around tomorrow night. But I'll see you guys on Tuesday.
All right, brother.
All right.
Peace.
Later.
Night, everybody.